It's Week 17 of the 2025 season, and we'll be watching Edgerrin Cooper, who continues to rack up tackles each week, up to 75 this season. It's the Cowboys and the Bears, and it's coming up next.
As the sun starts to set, you're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart on the call in. Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their QB, now in his 8th season in the NFL.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Second and 3 now. From the 34. It is caught left side. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Darnold. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
A second down run by Pacheco. Down the sideline to the 45. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down, ball at the 36. Darnold now to throw. Was secured by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tackle made by Cole Bishop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. He'll get this to Jefferson. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up. And they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They kick the running back in motion. Darnold. He brings it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage.
And the defender comes away with it. That's Cole Bishop.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
So now the Cowboys getting an opportunity to send their offense out for the first time. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jayden Daniels.
Jayden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jayden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC. And he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. Man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
Encroachment, defense.
So keep that second and short play in your back pocket. So the penalty goes ahead and gives them the first.
Automatic first down.
Safety should be out of the picture now, Brock. We've got 1st and 10 from the 11. From the gun, it's Daniels. Has his man, it's Odunze. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. Second and 6 coming up here. Play fake here, Daniels. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Just couldn't find Odunze there. And it's 3rd down now. Shotgun snap to Daniels. This is reeled in by Edwards. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Daniels from the pistol. He puts some power on a deep one left. They connect on the deep shot. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys drive the length of the field and take a 6-0 lead. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Bears are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. They'll come up 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Darnold looking to throw. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. That one's rejected at the line. So that brings up 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. And this is a good representation right here of what the playoffs will look like come the postseason in 2 weeks. Still a few things to finalize, though, which makes this week and those divisional games next week incredibly important. That's caught Tucker Kraft. A lot of mess on the move here. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take a 13-0 lead. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Bears back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And among his touchdowns out of the backfield this season, this one is notable. On that last drive, he hit a benchmark that he's been pushing for. Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Award that tackle to Michael Hall. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. Pickup of 5 on that play. And that's a Chicago 1st down. Running right is Pacheco. And that's good for a gain of 5. Edgerrin Cooper there to make the stop. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 46. Into the hands of Jefferson. Complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Here's Darnold to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. Chicago brings out the punting unit. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, wow, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
2nd and 3. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. He was looking for Keon Coleman on that throw. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Out of the gun, Daniels. Pass caught by Adunze. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Has the connection to Adunze. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the 1st quarter. It's a 2-score game early. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They'll have it 2nd and 8. Here's the handoff. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Jonah Ellis there to make the stop. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. Throwing now, Daniels. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. The Bears returning their offense and this running back to the field. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it's going to be Bears football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. It gives it Pacheco to start the drive. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. It's Pacheco again. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Azeez Ojulari getting there for the tackle. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Buys time, rolling right. And a stunning loss there, Brock. He ends up in his own end zone. That is a wild safety. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. Always hurts to do this. They give up the safety and now have to kick it away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down. Daniels. We've got a screen to the running back. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
With that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked?
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Daniels now. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Again, Daniels to the air. Short pass brought in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Daniels on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he takes it. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete. And we're going to get a timeout from the defense here. 3rd and short, Daniels. Looking right, and he finds him. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
To throw, Daniels. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Back to throw, here's Daniels. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Even if this QB knew from the very get-go somebody be waiting for him, there's no chance he was going to salvage that play. I'd be surprised if he even got a second to look upfield before he was greeted with the big old open arms for an easy sack.
That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. Whistles sound as the defense decides to call timeout. Gay's kick is good. It sails right through. A beautifully placed football.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. And in a 3-score game, Brock, they have to find a way to reestablish some control here. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He'll get this to Jefferson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
A counter give here to Pacheco. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. Pass brought in by Parker Washington. And they're going to bring him down at the 36.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
And they're going to bring him down just as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. To throw, here's Darnold. Dumps it off to his running back. And he drives it down to the 8 before going out. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Working inside the red zone. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Throwing here, Darnold. He's on the move. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Bears chop some of the lead off before the half. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Short kick here, fielded at the 17. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Cowboys and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. On first down, here's Daniels. Completes this one to Kraft. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's Daniels. Finds his man. It's Kraft. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Woo, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. And what will they dial up on third and short? From the gun, it's Daniels. This one taken in by Kraft. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. All set up now for first and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down. Daniels back to throw. Complete to Coleman. Looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. Just before halftime, we get a timeout ticket. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And go ahead and make this a 15-point game now.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Back to throw it. He lofts it deep, right sideline. He's got it. Oh, what body control to stay in and get the 2 feet down. So we've hit the end of 2. The Cowboys fighting to the halftime lead here in Dallas. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start in the NFC East. This one always a battle. New York taking on Washington. And it's the visiting side who have the lead in that one. Jalen Hurts leading the way there. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. 3 touchdown passes there for J.J. McCarthy. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Khalil Shakir, a touchdown catch in the victory. We were treated to a fine performance in the first half from the Heisman Trophy winner, Jaden Daniels. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
To handle the kickoff. This is taken in at the 13. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Cowboys ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns. Good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can. Putting together quite the game for himself in the process. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Play fake here, Daniels. Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Toss play, short side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master, seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
Out of the gun, Daniels. The Bears closing in, and they'll get him. And the pressure drives them backwards.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. Trying again, following the sack. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Now Daniels to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
That's why these coaches get paid, Kate, what they get paid. You got to make adjustments. That's a different look at defense than the one we saw in the first half. And you got to keep fighting, keep scratching, keep clawing, because that effort is going to be key here the rest of the way. So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Bears about set for their next possession. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Run from Pacheco to start the half. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the 28. Okonkwo brings it in. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They mark him short there, and the run gains nothing. It's 4th down.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
On first down, they'll run. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Now Daniels off the play action. Finds his fullback. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing now off play action. Able to find Strange here. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They've got first down from the 31. Daniels now. Pass caught by Adunze. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Option give here. This is ahead for about 5. Jonah Ellis there to make the stop. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's 3rd and less than a yard. Another carry for him. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead, get what you need.
Going to the ground again on first. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. That was Jonathan Allen on the tackle. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Fakes the handoff. Now to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To throw, Daniels. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Bears pick it up, headed the other way. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
3rd down, you could see he may have been trying to simply do too much to help his side. It loosened his hold on the ball and gave that defense a chance to knock it free. Instead of facing 4th down, they're off the field completely.
Here come the Bears, back out on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. Here's Darnold. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And this is down across the 30 before it's stopped. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down. So we're through 3 here. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. So now here's 3rd and 5. Motioning left is their running back. That throw finds Okonkwo. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Nicotomney's kick is good. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Returning from the 18-yard line. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's out to the 38. The Cowboys are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Here's a give up the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up. And they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. New set of downs for him at the 38. Daniels on 1st down. Has his man. It's a Dunze. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
At the 17-yard line.
From the 17. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Looks like play has been paused. We've got a timeout taken by the defense. Daniels throwing on 3rd. Completes this one to Kraft.
You get to that money down, that 3rd down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job, not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
Gay's kick is good. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Now Darnold. Got Washington. It's complete. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 2nd and 3 now. Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there. That's going to be a penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. The penalty goes ahead and gives them the first.
Automatic first down.
First down, ball at the 36. Darnold looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They go play action here. He's going to push one deep down there. That's cut at the 25. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He's stopped at the 17. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds his back complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Bears first down.
It's a design boot. Buying some time. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, you'll often hear me talk about setting an edge, setting an edge. Well, think of it this way as well, especially with a bootleg. You want to be like the jaws of a defense. You want to just keep him inside. Get those jaws a-closing, and there's no escape valve for the QB then.
And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. It's a 3-yard gain for him. That leaves 3rd and 14 now. Darnold now to throw. And in for the Chicago touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Groupie's extra point is good. And the Bears make it an 11-point ball game. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 14. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. And this one doesn't go far. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
From the 36. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Caught, nice gain left side. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Roll the Dudes a touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys push their lead to 18. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Throwing here, Darnold. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Working quickly here. Here's 2nd and 5. He beams one deep right side. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Escapes the pocket. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Bears trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing from the gun. Forced out to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that brings up 4th and long. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 22-yard line.
They give it to him again. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. So the Cowboys take the win here in Arlington. And they carried some of that winning football from last game into this contest. Now a modest little win streak blossoming for them, Brock. They've got 2 in a row as they get out of here with a victory. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Dallas.